Hey everyone, happy Independence Day. Welcome back to Keeping Up with Anita. So I just got this beautiful gift from the Mandate Secretary, Women Affairs, FCT, Honorable Adedayo Benjamin's Laniyi. So she sent this unity fabric to all the 40 tapsters, and today we're going to officially launch this unity fabric. So come along with me to Merit House Maitama, where we'll be launching this unity fabric and also celebrating Nigerian Independence Day 2024. So let's celebrate together. Happy Independence Day to us all, to all Nigerians. Nigeria, we hail thee. Happy Independence Day, everyone. I love you all.
It is my privilege, therefore, to say, today, October 1st, that became the day of presenting this national fabric, is a day that brings every one of us into a place of one message. It is the message of unity.
But we are definitely on the way to where we are supposed to be. And that gives me a lot of hope, a lot of comfort. I am not saying it because I'm not playing to the gallery. I am an incurable optimist. I believe when things get so bad, the only way to go is the opposite direction. They can only get better.
About the programs coming in October and the themes related to youth and related to peace and children and governance and the aspirations of the Nigerian people, we see how important creatives are. And the opposite of creation, the opposite of what a creative does is destruction. And we look at what creatives do, what theater does, and certainly it is entertainment and it is an expression.
I lost my husband from the day I was forced to marry him. I was dehumanized by his people even before he died. This is where my sister-in-law came to console me. It's now my place of solace. It is where I pour out all my bitterness in the wind. For the first time, under this tree became more meaningful and friendly to me than the men and women around me. My life shattered like a broken plate. My dreams deflated. My tears were mocked. And my agony became a sumptuous meal for the sadist. How did I come to this? And where am I going to from here? This sad tale of sorrows is what you want to hear from me now. Yes, I was born and brought up in a village called Obeama, into a polygamous family where law was culture and culture was law. And the makers and custodians of this culture were the men. It is a village where women lived at the mercies of men. Many women could not go to school because it was a belief in Obeama's culture that women were the possessions of men. It is a village where men were the lords and voices of the land. A village where women only had to go into marriage culturally prepared to take care of their husbands and their children, while they toiled all day under the rain and under the sun, sweating to produce food. Men only sat to taste and reject food not palatable, and even mercilessly beat up their wives for cooking and serving food. Any woman who appreciates Western education or even makes an attempt to give it a trial is handed over to the gods for punishment. When men beat the drum of doom, its dancers are the women.
Bring it together, then you look at the Orisha of the Yoruba. Every time I see the Orisha, what I think about is the X-Men from Marvel. Yeah. because the X-Men from Marvel have done almost $50 billion, and the Orisha are still semi-abandoned somewhere in the Southwest. So we need to unlock our minds and look at the treasure that we are sitting on. The treasure in Nigeria is not the gold or the oil, the treasure is the people and the stories they carry within them. And once you learn how to bring those stories out,
And yet the mother is the profile of a woman through every crisis of life, and life stories told and to continue to be retold. When the mother stands, she stands for generations. She stands for wombs that have birthed and wombs that will never birth. She stands also for wombs of women and the history of women's wombs through eons of time that have given a message, a certain context that brings out the warrior woman in the place of the story of women's liberation. But much more than that, when the woman stands as mother, she doesn't just stand as the fighter, the warrior, the victim. She stands as a one with shoulders that generations must stand and rise from. So yes, as we heard it sung in the song, let the woman, mother, arise. But in her rising, let her know that her rising is that another generation, they always continue to rise from her shoulders. So this is why Her Excellency in her position is positioning healing for the nation through creative innovation, one of which is this national unity fabric. It is my privilege, therefore, to say, today, October 1st, that became the day of presenting this national fabric, is a day that brings every one of us into a place of one message. It is the message of unity. And so, with that message of unity, today, October 1st, 2024, I invite us all to be determined to make Nigeria our call, our message, with the unity fabric of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, courtesy of Her Excellency, the First Lady. May I stand? Do you like what you see?
Yes!
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'd just like to state that there will be no unity without you. Thank you.
to Adedayo. That's what we've always known her to be, and it's sweetest to call her Adedayo, just Adedayo. I told someone this morning, I said she gave me my husband. And I'm so grateful that she's been there for us, and I know she'll continue to be there for everyone, every dignitary that came here today. We want to say thank you for coming.